He received encrypted cockroach messages. That's right. The dude specifically stated that he received an encrypted message from a cockroach that told him to carry out his mission. And you ain't gonna believe what his mission was. This is the most craziest story on the internet today. I promise you. Welcome to the Pen and The Shank, the most unusual and unique crime and prison experience on YouTube. And today's topic has us thinking, what the hell happened to the world? Man, this stuff is crazy, y'all. We're going to get straight into the article, and it's coming out of New Mexico, and it happened on November 10th of 2025, and it's coming from the People magazine, and the title of the article that I'm specifically going to read from is New Mexico Man accused of killing 2 victims tells police a cockroach told him to do it. That's right. The dude said a cockroach told him to unalive 2 people. The suspect's name is Alexis Hernandez. We're going to put him right here in the corner. He said he'd received an encrypted message, and I'm quoting, in a cockroach that he needed to unalive, authorities have claimed. That's right. This dude, Alexis Hernandez, man, he looks crazy too. Honestly, it looks like Cockroach has been chewing on his face. And if you don't think cockroaches chew and eat people, you need to go back and watch my other video, which I'll put a link to in the description at the end of this video, where cockroaches actually chew on dudes in prisons and eat them. Yeah, welcome to the Pen and the Shank. You know the story. Let's get it. So Alexis is a New Mexico man. Now he's facing double homicide charges in connection with the death of 2 adult males. The accused had been identified, like I said, as Alexis Hernandez, and he is currently in jail. And it doesn't say here if he does or doesn't have a bond, but Hernandez said, you know what I mean, that the police, the only stuff that they're releasing is that, you know, the only explanation they have at the moment on why he unalived these people is that he received an encrypted cockroach message. That's right. Listen, I've heard of demons in my head. I've heard of my mama is in my head telling me to kill her. Listen, the whole movie Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees, his mama. You know what I mean? The movie Psycho, his mama. Mama's inside the head. So people got these mama problems, right? And they go become psychopathic horror movie style killers. Sometimes you hear of stories when you watch specials on TV, like The Son of Sam, or what was the dude in California? Richard Ramirez, I think that was him. They said that they had demons in their head. The devil told them to do it. I ain't never heard of a story where a dude said a cockroach told him to unalive somebody. Have you? Encrypted cockroach messages? This stuff is crazy. And that's the type of stuff you get here at the Pen and the Shank, man. You ain't going to get this on no other news station, crime and prison related. Right now, they're not talking about it because it's not popular. But you're getting it right here at the Pen and the Shank. And if you want some stories that aren't on the mainstream source, you got it right here. We're going to cover all those crime and prison related stories. All right. On Friday, November 7th at approximately 10:27 p.m. local time, Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office, South Valley Command deputies responded to reports of gunfire near the 1400 block of Entrada Bonita Southwest, per a Facebook post. The BCSO said when deputies arrived, they located 2 deceased adult males in the residence with apparent gunshot wounds. 3 additional adults and 2 children were also found inside the home. The adults were detained for questioning and the children were safely removed from the scene, the post stated, adding that 1 suspect was in custody. The suspect had been identified as Alexis Hernandez. There he is again. Look at him. Cockroach been chewing on dude's face, per an arrest warrant affidavit obtained by People. It goes on to say, according to jail records, according to jail records seen by People, Hernandez, 25, was booked into the Metropolitan Detention Center on the morning of Saturday, November 8th, and is facing 2 open counts of murder, as we've already discussed. After officers responded to the shooting on Friday, they were allegedly met by Hernandez at the front door, and he had a firearm on his waistband and a Marine Corps sabre at his hip. This dude is all kind of crazy. This dude is nuts. I don't know if he was or wasn't in the Marines, but from what I'm looking at and what my assumptions are at the moment, he was not a Marine, but he might have been. I could be proven wrong on this as the story goes on. The arrest warrant affidavit filed. I don't know what to say, y'all, man. Dude had a firearm at his waistband and a Marine saber at his hip. The suspect reportedly told officers he was in the Marines. See, listen, we're reacting to this live right now, unfiltered, uncut. You know, no editing, no first take, no second take. This is the only take you getting right here on the Pen and the Shank. The suspect reportedly told officers he was in the Marines and had to do what he had to do, the warrant noted. He was detained and had allegedly said there were 2 bodies inside the property. Then it goes on to show a picture of a cockroach that was inside the house. And I'm going to put that picture right here. Oh, man, this is crazy. Hernandez allegedly believed that the owner of the property had been stalking him by placing cameras in the lights. The document stated he also heard creepy voices coming from the vents. Officers discovered a deceased man with possible gunshot wounds in the front of the house after entering the residence, while a second man with apparent stab wounds was found in an attached apartment, the warrant said. So he showed up at the door when the police officers get there, and he says he was in the Marines, so I was wrong on that. And he has his pistol, his Marine pistol, and his saber. He actually used both of these weapons to carry out the crimes that he did. Man, this is some wild stuff, y'all. And they got voices in the vents. One of the victims was the owner of the property, the report stated, while authorities added that the suspect had confirmed he knew both of the deceased men. Hernandez said he'd been getting signs to unalive the property owner. The document noted that the suspect had received an encrypted message in a cockroach because the property owner did not like cockroaches. This message told Alexis he needed to unalive him, meaning the property owner, adding that the suspect had allegedly been seeing signs all around him that he couldn't ignore. He probably saw raid bait traps. He probably saw boric acid powder along the wall lines, because this is probably slumlord property. It sounds like if you look at pictures of my man's face chewed on by cockroaches, and like I told y'all, cockroaches chew on dudes. That's some real stuff. They bite, they eat. And the only thing that can stop them is rats. The suspect had previously bought a Glock handgun for protection. The warrant stated he needed to, that property owner, the landlord, was his enemy because he was enemy. Remember that sick TV show, Joe's Apartment, with all them cockroaches in there? Dude wouldn't come. There's other stories I've seen of people like in New York where dudes said that this is more than once. I've seen this before, where people say that their conscience cannot allow them to kill any living thing. Therefore, they'll live in their apartment with ants and roaches and whatever else flies in there, and they won't kill it. They'll just let it crawl over them. They'll sleep with them and everything because they won't unalive a pest. Man, y'all better recognize, man, don't let no cockroaches tell you what to do. If you are struggling right now with cockroaches talking to you, you need to seek professional help immediately. I promise you, you need help. Find a professional to help you deal with the voices that are inside your vents. That's right, there's my vent. Find someone who can help you deal with the issues that are inside your vent that go into your head. Because I promise you, it's not a cockroach. It's something much, much worse. All right. So and then it says, all right, let's finish the article. Hernandez then allegedly blasted the property owner in the head and the other man in the kitchen, the warrant said. He then allegedly blasted the victims again after going back to his Honda Pilot to reload his blaster, the document added. Dude, he got a Honda Pilot. He was in the Marines. He's only 25 years old. He's hearing cockroach voices and getting encrypted messages from a cockroach. This story's really crazy, man. All right. The suspect insisted he was not going to take the 2 children that were in the house or do anything to them. But he did say he knew the juveniles were in the property and they'd seen him blast the 2 victims per the warrant. Now they're saying he blasted the 2 victims, but the other one said they shanked him. So I don't know. We're going to have to see. The Sheriff's Department said in their Facebook post that homicide detectives have taken over the investigation. Detectives are continuing to gather information and interview witnesses. Additional information, including the identity of those involved, will be released once next of kin have been notified and completions of investigation are completed. This is a crazy story, man. I'm telling y'all, man, people are struggling with some serious mental health issues. And this dude right here obviously has a serious mental health issue if he thinks that cockroaches are telling him to kill people. Crazy story, man. So anyway, if you like this story or any kind of odd and unusual stories, like and subscribe to the Pen and the Shank. Like I said, this is the most unusual and unique crime and prison experience on YouTube. And while you're at it, hit that bell notification so you know when new videos are dropped. Man, let's get this.